Hello everyone, it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters and I am up today with this awesome layout. You may have seen a similar layout on my sister, or not on my sister's channel because it's the same channel, on this channel already by Jess, and she actually scrap lifted me, which I can't remember if she said that in her video, she probably did, but this was the layout that she scrap lifted. But I've only just got around to putting this up, so it's a little bit unorganised. But this is the layout that we're putting together. My camera did lose some footage, so I'll talk you through at the end the little bits that the camera missed recording. But if you want to see how this came together, please continue watching. Hello everyone, it's Katie here and I'm up today with this 12 by 12 layout, and I'm doing something a little bit different for me. I have actually cut my photos into circles. So I've cut a whole heap of circles actually. I used my circle dies and some of my punches, I think, to punch out and die cut a whole heap of circles. Some are like scalloped and some are just plain. And basically what I'm doing is creating a layout with circles, pretty much. So this was sort of to use up some scraps that I had of a Kitaholic kits that I reckon this was a February kit. So I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of layering up behind the photos some of the pattern paper, and then I decided, I had a brainwave and I went, oh, I reckon I've got doilies that are about the right size for this, and lo and behold I did. So I'm putting the three larger photos behind, I'm putting a doily behind the three larger photos because it's exactly the right shape. And I'm very pleased with how that looks. And then these are Snapchat selfies. So, you know, they're not the best quality photos. I'm pulling funny faces in them. But I don't know, they're funny. I really want to scrap them. So I did. I take a lot of Snapchat selfies. I don't scrap all of them because they're kind of all variations of the same thing. But I don't know, they're a bit of fun. So as I said in my intro, I lost some of my footage to this particular layout, so that's why the video is so short, but basically I kept in some of the stuff that I probably would have edited out normally. So you can see me here, I'm laying out all of the circles that I've cut with different patterns on top of each other and different sizes all layered together. And I'm sort of spreading them out around the page. So I put the big ones out first, and then I wanted to fill the gaps with some of the smaller circles. So that is what I'm doing, as you can see. So my whole idea was every one of the circles will end up being layered, whether that's layered with ephemera or whether that's layered with multiple circles on top of each other, but there's a lot of layering. And in fact, looking at the final layout, which is in front of me now, I can see that every circle has some kind of embellishment on it. So I am sticking down those now that I'm happy with their placement, and this I do edit out because really you don't need to watch me sticking down things. So you can see that I'm sticking the different circle layers on top of each other. Some of them, which I'm doing here now, I'm popping them up on foam dots, some of the layers, so that some of them have a little bit of dimension to them, and others I'm sticking flat down, and I just kind of make it random and kind of spread all the different patterns out. I spread the different kind of textures out, as in if I'm popping things up or not, if I've got scallop circles, if I've got stitched circles, or if I've just got plain circles. I sort of spread them out a fair amount. Yeah, so that's it. So you can see here I've just edited that out, and I'm sticking the last of these circles down now. Quite a few are overlapping, and that was intentional. And so I try not to put much to waste, and I do use some of the bits that have overlapped. So you'll see me in a minute. I'm about to trim down one more to stick, and then I'm going to trim down the overlapping bits, and then I'll use some of those bits to kind of put back into some of the gaps around the edges, and it just kind of stretches the paper a bit, makes it go a bit further, and then that's kind of it. Really. I talk you through the part of footage that missed, but basically it's coming up in a minute when my camera stopped recording, and so you'll see me live in quotation marks because obviously I'm not live, but I will be talking you through live on camera as opposed to a voiceover, the process that I went through to complete this layout. It was really quick to put together, even though my camera did stop filming, it really was quick. Yeah, and it was super easy. So you can see me there, I'm sticking some little bits around, and that's it. That is the base of this layout. Everything else is done. Okay, so I didn't realise until I sort of got to the end of this layout that my phone stopped recording as I was going. So unfortunately, what you missed was kind of the finishing touches. So the video picked up me sticking down all of the circles, which was great, but all of these circles were stuck down. But what you missed was me adding all of these little bits of embellishments. That's the only thing that was missing, but I wanted to kind of give you guys some close-ups at the embellishments that I used and sort of talk you through why I used those embellishments. So basically what I did was, this was using a Kitaholic Kits kit, the February kit, I believe. And what I did was I pulled out any of the embellishments that were circular. So you can see here I've got some wood veneer pieces. There's 3 of those that are circular, so I grabbed those. In the exclusive die cuts, there were quite a few circular ephemera pieces. These are all from the exclusive die cuts. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So I used those, and then we also got the flare. Don't know if you can see that, but the flare from the Cocoa Vanilla More Than Words collection, and I used 3 of those. So that one, and that one. I used one of the chipboard pieces from Cocoa Vanilla, and then I used a couple of the ephemera pieces from Cocoa Vanilla as well. Actually, just one ephemera piece, that one just there as well, which is circular. And then for my title, I decided to stick that here. So I used some word thickers that says "When in doubt," and then these see-through thickers that came in the kit as well. I said, "When in doubt, take a selfie." Sorry about my dogs, by the way. They're going nuts. Somebody's walking past. So that is what I did, and I just finished it off with a few enamel dots. So I've just got 3 classes of enamel dots, and that's all. The layout was so simple. So if you have circular dies and you're trying to think of a way to get more use out of your dies, but also you know, to make your kits go that little bit further, then I highly recommend this kind of a technique. So I hope you like this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.